Hey, what's up guys, it's ElasticSpyder here, and in today's video we are looking at the Henri the 4th, the Tier 10 French heavy cruiser. It is a ship that, well, it's a speed demon. In today's video I'm looking at the Henri, and I'm playing with my buddy 3FM, who's in his Tier 10 American carrier, the Midway. So this ship, as of 0.7.8, got a nice buff in terms of a new consumable that it has acquired. This is, of course, the main battery reload booster. Now, before we get too into this replay, I want to go over my captain perks and my module upgrades. But before we do that, we are playing on Sea of Fortune Domination, and we are spawning on the south side. So, my captain build. Well, for my captain build, I am looking at Priority Target, then Adrenaline Rush, then Superintendent, then Concealment. Then I go with IFHE because IFHE on the Henri allows you to pen HE pen Khabarovsk, Moskva decks, Stalingrad decks, Gordos Kurfürst decks, so lots of decks. Nonetheless, though, so I take IFHE, then I take Demolition Expert to kind of counteract that fire loss, and then also I take Expert Loader just to get the guns turning a little bit faster. And well, since we do have a new reload booster, which I'll talk about in a little bit later in the replay, you don't need Expert Loader in for all of you who watch a lot of my gameplay and listen to me either commentate or play on stream. I do love my Expert Loader perks, but in this case it's not needed, so if you do have it, respec. So for my modules, I am looking at main armaments mod 1. Then if you have it speed boost, then you can either choose AA range or accuracy. I believe in this replay I'm using AA range. I could be wrong. Nonetheless, each one is, I would say, equally viable. Then I run steering gears to help turn my ship a little bit faster, so I get, instead of a 10.5 second rudder shift, I go down to, I think, 9.5, somewhere in that ballpark. So I can turn a little bit faster, even though this gal is a little bit bigger. She's a little bit thicker and taller. That helps my maneuverability quite a bit. Then, if you haven't, I'll get to the legendary mod in a second, but it's up to you whether you want to use that or not. I personally don't have it yet, so I can't really speak on that. So I'm going to use Concealment. Concealment's a good choice for the Henri the 5th or 4th. You do get a decent 12.5 kilometer detection. It's not the best by any means, but it's certainly more on the more lackluster side, but that's okay. And then, of course, main battery reload. So here, the French cruisers are good at doing one thing, and that is finding a flank and just working that flank. And that's what we're going to do here against these destroyers. But since there's two destroyers, a Montana and a Zao, well, there's no way in hell that I'm going to go after and chase after those guys. So I'm going to turn out and almost outrun these last two torpedoes, or at least I outrun one of them, bomb my damage control, and pop my heal right away. So my initial attempt to push down this flank has been completely shut down by a Khabarovsk and a Horogumo, and as well as others. So there's no way I'm going that route. So I have to readjust. And one of the nice things about the Tier 10 French, or even just the French cruisers in general, is the simple fact that while they've got great speed and they've got a very nice longer duration and better speed boost. This means you can get to anywhere on the map you want pretty quickly. So the legendary mod. Well, the legendary mod, it does take the 5th slot, which means it takes your concealment slot. And that is a big decision for a lot of people because 12.5 kilometer concealment without the legendary mod, that's not bad. It's, like I said, it's kind of slightly below average, I guess you would say, in terms of concealment. But without, or with the legendary mod, then it goes up to above 15.5 because you gain additional 10% detectability. It's not subtracted, it's added, so you go from 12.5 to upwards of 15. But on the plus side, you do get around a kilometer extra range, and then you also get, I want to say it's either 12 or 8% increase in damage per minute with a second, not reload booster, but main battery reload. So I probably wouldn't recommend it. The concealment you need to get off quite. Let's put it this way. I don't like having 15 kilometer concealment. That's part of the reason why I'm not a fan of playing things like the Moskva. And, well, it doesn't have 15 kilometer range detectability. Having bigger range is just, it's not as useful, and especially in a game where you've got a lot of cruisers. You don't want to be the most detectable cruiser in the game, especially when well, you're kind of big, so you don't want that. So I probably wouldn't recommend the legendary mod. However, that's up to you. So here, a bit of a misplay by me and this Monarch. We kind of went away from each other. I probably accelerated too fast because I'm French, and then he's too slow because he's British. So unfortunately, he's gonna go down. But we do get that Montana. So there, I don't know if you guys were paying attention. I was kind of jibber jabbering, but that Montana actually got hit really, really hard by 3FM, and well, he got hit by, I want to say, at least 4 or 5 torpedoes. And well, one of the nice things about the main battery reload booster is when you see that happen, when someone takes a lot of torpedoes and burns the damage control, well, that has to be, some indicators in your head have to be going off saying, okay, I need to get fires on this guy ASAP. And well, what better way to do that than use a main battery reload booster and just sling some HE and get some very, very nice damage, and as well as a lot better chance for fires. It's not technically a better chance for fires, but with the increase in DPM, well, you got a better fire chance. So with that being said, that's one of the 3 tactics that you can use with this new main battery reload booster. As soon as you see someone pop their damage con, well, you can just smoke them real quick using that. The second and third ways I'll get to in a little bit, but I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. So I'm going to be transitioning over to the Alpha, especially because I don't want to fight a Khabarovsk. But I also don't want to go rushing into the sea cap, being a little bit exposed both to the enemy ships and the enemy carrier. So I'm just going to pelt this guy, this Bismarck at range, who I'm pretty consistently penning because of my IFHE. And, well, just the large caliber gun that I do have. And here's the second scenario where you can use the main battery reload booster. I see this Zhao. I look on the minimap. He's going quite straight, so I'm going to switch to AP here. And then I'm just going to kind of lie in wait. Even though I'm spotted, and I'm sure he's at least semi-aware of what's going on, I'm going to open up and pop my reload booster. So I'm going to make a couple misplays here. I'm aiming too high. My lead is good, but I'm just aiming slightly too high. Fortunately, though, my second salvo is a little bit better, but my third salvo gets, looks like 5 overpens and maybe a few bounces. So that is definitely not ideal. But that is the second situation. So the first one is you see a guy bomb his damage control, and then you just HE spam him to death and trying to get a lot of fires. The second option is, well, okay, there's a cruiser that's sitting broadside. Well, let's pop the good old reload booster, use AP, and just hopefully melt him as quick as possible. Didn't really melt that Zao very quickly, but that's okay because it gives me another opportunity to show you the third option for that ship, or for the main battery reload booster on the Henri. So here we're going to be moving into A. The Minotaur thankfully kills that Seattle. Would have been a pain in the butt had we not killed him. And then now I'm just going to try and farm this lion. But we have to do it quickly. I want to try and save my Minotaur buddy because I knew that the Zao was at least going to be somewhat close to him. And there he is spotted. The Friedrich isn't on much health. But as soon as I see that Minotaur start getting wrecked, well, pardon me here, I was doing something, or accidentally doing something. I have to turn out. Now, the main battery reload booster, and this is why I was alt-tabbing, main battery reload booster it comes back very, very quickly. It has only an 80-second cooldown with the premium time, and if you get premium charges and then also superintendent, you get 5 charges total, which is very, very nice. And then it's got a 15-second work time. Now again, here with some IFHE and just high gun caliber, I'm able to pen this lion's bow consistently with all my HE shells, and that's why you're seeing quite high HE salvos. So reloading here, let's see if I can get the kill. Nope. The Friedrich takes the kill from me. A bit unfortunate there. Looks like he's going to eat some carrier torpedoes as a result of that. And he looks like he's going down. So this is the third scenario coming up here. There's a Zao at around 15k HP. And let's see, I'm at 30. He's going to shoot here and take me down a little bit. That's okay. But this is the third option. When you just want to completely outplay an opponent just for the simple fact that you have high explosive and a main battery reload. So he's on 15k. By the time I shoot my shells, it's 636. Pop my reload booster, get a nice, well, 4.5 second reload at half HP with Adrenaline Rush. First salvo was a 7k. The second one was a 6k. And then I finally get the kill with a high caliber. And within a matter of 15 seconds, the duration of my reload booster, well, a tier 10 cruiser lost nearly a third of its HP in 15 seconds from high explosive from another cruiser. That's how crazy this reload booster is. So those are the three scenarios. Well, do you want to guarantee a fire? Do you want to guarantee citadels? Or do you want to guarantee just raw HE pen and HE damage? Those are your three scenarios with the main battery reload booster. So do I feel like this reload booster takes a lot of skill? Well, sometimes, yeah. And the argument for the most part is, well, you have to pop it at the right time. Was it the right time there? Maybe. Maybe it was the right time, but it didn't take a lot of, I would say, in-game knowledge and just knowledge of the game in general for me to like just pop it whenever, because it comes back so quickly. It seems like you can just pop it whenever. When you're using AP and try to utilizing it in that fashion, then it's a little bit more skill. Still a little bit noob friendly, but a little bit more work is required. And then in the first scenario where you have you're just trying to get fire chance, it's completely RNG based, but the reload booster does help seemingly worse players. That's in air quotes, because you don't have to be a bad player to get good RNG or whatever. But It just unnecessarily increases the reason to fire high explosive, and I guess the intention here was that they wanted to add something different to the Henri the Fourth, and by all means, adding this new consumable added many different new aspects to the game, but yeah, and I ended up liking it here. So I end up liking the reload booster, and we can see that here with the results. 181k, 20 planes shot down, 1 ship killed. Could have had 2 or 3 more, but that is what it is. A Citadel, 600k credits, 7.4k XP, 1400 free XP, and then a high caliber. Again, the thoughts on the main battery reload booster, it's a nice addition, and I think it's welcomed. We'll just have to see how, if it will get nerfed. Probably won't, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Base XP wise, I ended up getting just shy of 2,500 with 20 planes shot down. 3FM had a very nice game. He had just shy of 2,300 base XP with 34 planes and 2 ships killed, and for a carrier game, that is quite impressive. And well, based on, I don't know how much damage he got, or how much spotting damage he got, but that is a very, very nice game there for him. So in the detailed reports, well, it was a pretty HE focused game, but you can kind of see where, or at least I hope you guys can see where the reload booster has its varying scenarios, and where its strengths and weaknesses are. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The credits, well, I need credits a lot, so yeah, that's all that matters. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you guys are watching this video on the day it was released, on Friday, there's a pretty good chance that I will be streaming here on Brothers in Arms YouTube channel, as well as my personal Twitch account. Both of the links will be in the description. So if you're watching this video today, Friday, there's a good chance that I'll be streaming on one of those on both of those platforms around noon Eastern, give or take, maybe 15-20 minutes, because I sometimes am late. But nonetheless, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later.